Now let's find the area of another circle. Let's imagine we have a circular mirror. And our circular mirror has a diameter of 12 inches. So we want to find the area of a circle with a diameter of 12 inches. And we're going to use our formula A equals to pi r squared with pi equals to 3.14. Now, so we start to fill in area is equal to 3.14 times, and we want to multiply by the square of our radius. But look what we have in the problem. We've got to be careful. We don't have the radius. We have a diameter. So you've got to decide what do you have to do to the diameter to get the radius. So you've got to remember when you see diameter what thing it is. Is the diameter the distance all the way across the circle, or is the diameter the distance halfway across? You've got to know. If you don't remember, you might go back and look in your notes, but the diameter is all the way across. The radius is halfway. The radius just goes to the center. And our formula has the radius in it, so we've got to have the radius to put in our work down here. So, since the diameter is 12 and it goes all the way across, the radius would be 12 divided by 2, or half of that 12, which will be 6. That's what we want to use in our formula, is 6. Because the radius is half of the diameter. So if we come back here and work with our formula, we're going to have to put in 6 squared. Can't use that 12 or it's going to give us an answer that's too big. So you've got to get your radius first. The radius is half of the diameter. So if we follow our rules for order, we do our power first. So we'd have 3.14 times 6 squared. Well, squaring 6 just means that 6 is used as a factor twice. So we'd say 6 times 6, and that would give us 36. So to get our answer, we've got to multiply 3 and 1400ths by 36. 6 times 4 is 24. When we carry our 2 and multiply here, we'll have 6 and 2 is 8. And 3 times 6 is 18. So we get 1884 when we multiply by 6. Now we need to go back and multiply by 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry our 1. 3 times 1 is 3, and 1 would give us 4. And 3 times 3 is 9. So when we total that up, bring down our 4. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry our 1. 1 and 8 is 9, and 4 is 13. Carry our 1. 1 and 1 is 2, and 9 is 11. We have 2 decimal places. So we end up with 113 and 400ths. And we're doing area, so we can't forget to put our square units. We have square inches. We can put inches with a little 2. That stands for square inches. Or we can write out 113.04 and write out square inches. Or you can abbreviate square inches. But you need to make sure you've got the square unit there one way or the other. Because if you're doing area, you're doing the inside of your figure and you're breaking it up into little squares. Now I'd like for you to do some practice problems that involve finding the circumference and the area. The first one says to use the formula C equals to pi d. Now I wrote my d small here, but it's the same thing. Use the formula C equals pi d to find the circumference of the circle below. So here's the circle. And in case you can't read that number, it's 1.5 centimeters. That's the number on the circle. And then number 2 says use A equals pi r squared to find the area of a circle with a radius of 20 inches. And let your pi be 3.14 in both problems. Copy your problems down and then cut your tape off so you can work them. The practice problem answers. Number 1 is 9.42 centimeters, or 9 42 centimeters. Number 2 is 1,256 square inches. When you're working with your circumference and area problems in your homework, you might not be given the formula in your problems, but we'll give you the formula when we test you on this. So what you need to do in your homework problems is just have that formula written down somewhere in your notes, or look the formula back up in your books, so you can use the formula for circumference and area to help you do the problems. The formula will be provided for you on your test. Using the circumference and area formulas for a circle, it also concludes all of our work with decimals. So this is our last tape dealing with decimals.